The Desert Dogs are back with a vengeance. Your favorite lacrosse team is set to open the 2025-2026 season, and before the home opener on Saturday, December 20th, we're getting you ready for all the action. From the players to the coaches to the community engagement, this is the Las Vegas Desert Dogs Season Preview Show.
Beware of their bark. Beware of their bite. Your Las Vegas Desert Dogs are back with a vengeance. Today, we've got season insights from the head coach.
We have a new mindset and we're ready to, take this team to the heights that we're supposed to.
Plus, players from the pack are ready for the new season.
I know, I'm just really excited to get back out here. The pace high. Our whole team likes to play that way. Tough, physical, and try to make things happen.
And discover what fans should be looking forward to this season.
We have basketball tactics, some football hits, and the odd boxing match here and there. You got something for everybody.
It's their time to fight through the noise and claim their spot in our City of Champions. This is the Fox 5 Desert Dog Season Preview.
Welcome inside. This is the Las Vegas Desert Dogs Season Preview Show. I'm your host, Mike Davis. Today we're going to break down each and every aspect of the Desert Dogs prior to the home opener at Lee's Family Forum on Saturday, December 20th. Now, from some new key acquisitions to exciting promotions that are entirely family friendly, we're going to get you all covered and ready to go. So before we start with the leader of this franchise, we got the head coach and GM and National Lacrosse League Hall of Famer, Shawn Williams. Great to be with you, Coach. Coach, usually I got the best beard, but you got the better beard today. Let's start with this, though. So we have some exciting news. Vegas fans are going to be excited about two exciting players coming to the team. We got Chase Fraser and Chris Cloutier coming from the Buffalo Bandits, a team that won it all last year. So how will these guys not only impact just the play, but also just the winning pedigree and that culture?
Yeah, well, absolutely. First and foremost, they're obviously talented and great players, but the most important thing for us was, that they're great people, and the culture that we brought in, and with our young group, I think it's just going to be seamless to bring these guys in, just with their approach on and off the floor, as well as that championship pedigree that we're looking to, we're looking to take it to new heights here.
And being the leader of this, an expansion team, being the GM, being the coach, knowing what it takes to really build that foundation, clue us into just what that's like. Yeah. Because it's not easy,
It definitely hasn't been easy. Just from that first expansion draft and just building it over the last 3 seasons, and obviously, our record is not indicative of what we've brought into the dressing room, but that's sports, and sometimes you don't get those wins. But I think now, with that core we've built up, now we're starting to attract guys like Chris and Chase to come and want to play with some of these young guys, and just want to be a part of what we're building on here on the West Coast.
How would you say? Because I think it's such a fascinating thing. Like sometimes with these expansion teams, the progress builds maybe more in the shadows. The fans don't see it. What are some of the things that you can pinpoint since, we're starting year 4 now? What are some of the things that you can pinpoint behind the scenes that might not be apparent to the fans yet, but behind the scenes, we're getting better in these areas? Yeah,
well, obviously, I think just how we've built up our lacrosse ops staff. It's the way we treat our any player coming in, it's top notch, and with my history of some of the teams I played for and some of the best kind of hospitality kind of driven teams with players, and then Cody Muller, assistant GM, he came from Colorado, who they love to treat their players well. So we kind of us coming together, it's like we want to make this the best place for players to come in, and just all they have to do is worry about on the floor, and which is, our league is a tough league to play in, as most of our guys flying in on the weekends. So that, that in itself is, a taxing on guys, but we just try to make sure once they land in Las Vegas, everything else is taken care of, and they just get to focus on playing.
As a Hall of Famer, as a guy, you've seen the sport grow, not just field and box, but just lacrosse in general. Tell us, how have you seen everything evolve over your years, from a player to a coach, GM, everything?
I don't have words to describe how big and exciting it's gotten. It's such a cool. I'm so excited, watching these guys get to kind of play in a lot different environments than we were used to, and just everything that goes into it, and obviously even how well they get treated these days. It's great, but they're obviously well deserved, and it's a fantastic players, and again, fantastic people to just to want to be around.
A couple last things here, Coach. So what do you think this season, what do you guys need to do to make the playoffs? What's going to get you over that hump?
Yeah, it's just definitely, we just need to be more consistent on the back end. And obviously, with adding some of these players, we want to score more, and that's the name of the game. And I think we have the talent there for sure to put some more goals up. And at the end of the day, the most goals win, so that's what we're hoping to see here.
I love it. I'm excited to talk to some of these guys coming up in a second. Last question though, identity-wise, I love the fact that you're the head coach, you're the general manager. You're really crafting the identity of this team. What's the identity of the Desert Dogs this upcoming season?
We're all about being selfless warriors, on and off the floor, as well as that, that 12-round fighter mentality of just, being able to take punches and just wait for your time to punch back and just be on top after that 12th round.
All right, there you go. Well, Coach, you guys are back with a vengeance, like we said. We appreciate you being here. Guys, coming up after a short break, we're going to be introducing you to one of the newest acquisitions, the new member of the Desert Dogs. We got Chase Fraser coming up. All right, welcome back to the Desert Dogs season preview show. I am joined right now by a man with a winning pedigree. He won the NLL Cup in 2023, 24, and 25 with the Buffalo Bandits. Now he's trying to bring that dynasty mentality to Vegas. We got the great Chase Fraser with us. Chase, first of all, tell us, how exciting is it? How did this all come to be for you to be part of the Desert Dogs?
So yeah, I got into free agency for the first time this year for my career, and Shawn, Coach Willie here, sent me a text and a call saying they were interested in me coming out to Vegas, and it was an eye-opening thing to me because I always thought I'd be in Buffalo for my whole career, just
really?
being drafted there in 2017. But then when the opportunity kind of arose, couldn't say no, right? Who wouldn't want to come to Vegas and be in a beautiful state and just nice weather all the time, right?
Tell us a little bit about Coach Will, as you call him. What is he like? What is it like to have a coach and a mentor like him?
No, it's Coach, he played Buffalo too, so kind of had a relationship from there. Met him at a couple games in Buffalo, and it was nice to know that I've only heard good things about him. So it's my first time kind of like and getting to be taught by him. So I'm excited to learn and work together to put a good product on the floor.
What has Buffalo done so well? Take us inside the locker room, take us inside the practices, the coaching. What's the code that they have cracked there, and why are they so good, and how can you implement and bring a little of that to Vegas?
Well, it's just like a mentality in the dressing rooms. Everybody comes in with that same goal of just, you got to be the best, and it doesn't matter what needs to get done, it's going to get done, however it needs to get done type thing. Everybody has their role, and just accept the role and just do everything you got to do.
And you were drafted 13th overall. Tell us, how has your game developed over the years?
First coming into the league, it's an eye-opener. It's a learning transition type of period. I had to kind of learn how to be an off-ball player, create picks, create space for guys like Dane that I was playing with over there, and then just kind of helped to evolve my game into more of a structured thing, just more opportunities outside of it.
Now, I've been around you for a very short time, but I'm kind of noticing you're a humble guy, but all the highlights I've watched you're pretty crazy out there. You get excited. Do you take a personality shift once you're on the field?
In a sense, it's like very just calm and easy going outside of the floor, but once I'm on the floor and the helmet gets clipped in, I'm a different being in a sense. It's a couple of guys, they used to call me Carlos, just like the other alter ego of me when I'm playing.
That's your alter ego, yes, Carlos.
Yeah, it's just he's a fun, crazy guy that just does some crazy stuff at times.
For people at home who are unfamiliar with you or even Carlos, your alter ego, what are you going to bring? Why are you going to be a fan favorite? Because I think we're having you and Cloutier, who we're going to be talking to in a little bit. I think you guys are going to be the new fan favorites here. What are you going to bring to this city?
I bring a lot of energy, a lot of grit. I like getting into the dirty things. I like pissing people off.
That's what I saw from the highlight. You're not afraid to celebrate either.
Not afraid to celebrate, not afraid to get under people's skin. Also, yeah.
Do you think, especially a sport like lacrosse, we need a little bit more, we need to identify with some of the players, right? We need playmakers and people who are part of the action that we can become fans of, right? Absolutely. Especially the youngsters. Do you think that?
No, absolutely. So like as you've seen, I got a lot of crazy shots that I've kind of landed, which are crazy. And then see some kids that I'm coaching and just like going to tournaments or watching games, and these kids are throwing one hand behind the backs and all kind of stuff, and I laugh and I'm just like, holy smokes, what have I started? Because our goalie, Matt Vince, his kid Bodie, he'll be running around in the basement just throwing it like, Dad, look at me, I'm Chase. And Vino always looks at me just like, why are you doing this to my kid?
I've seen Cloutier with some of the one-handers too, especially. But tell us real quickly, in Vegas, how excited are you just to take part in this new city?
No, absolutely, so excited to come in.
Do you have a lot of experience with Vegas? Or have you
been here twice before?
When was that? Just partying?
Yeah, just partying. Yeah, they came down with my dad and his friends a couple years ago for Halloween. Actually, it was a lot of fun then. And then one time with the team, came for work and then ended up partying afterwards.
What's your prediction for the Desert Dogs this year?
We'll be in playoffs for sure.
Really?
Home playoff game this year
at
the Leeds Family Forum.
I like to see it. All right, guys. Well, we're getting ready to meet his other teammate right here, Cloutier. A lot of people on ESPN call him Cloutier. It's Cloutier. Well, we get it right here. Chris Cloutier joins the show next. Chase, thanks so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so part of the winning culture the Desert Dogs are trying to build here will only be helped by my next guest, Chris Cloutier. Having played for the Buffalo Bandits, he knows what it takes to win. Thanks for being here, man. So we just met your teammate, your former teammate. Now you guys are going to be teammates again here in Vegas. But let's start with college with you, because you're a former Tar Heel, UNC. You were one of the captains of that team. Tell us about your time in Chapel Hill. I mean, that's one of the great institutions, especially here in America for lacrosse. How did that experience come to be for you, and what was it like?
Yeah, it was kind of not something I ever pictured myself doing. I actually always thought I'd just go to like a community college in Kitchener, Ontario, get a plumbing degree or something, and then maybe play a little bit of professional lacrosse on the side, and then I went to a school in Vaughan, Ontario called the Hill Academy.
Okay.
And in my senior year of high school, I was recruited to UNC from that opportunity. And by far the best 4 years of my life. I would do all the classes, everything exactly the same, wouldn't change a thing. And
you don't wish you were doing some plumbing work?
No.
Okay.
No. Although plumbers are doing pretty well
Plumbers are
these
doing
days.
pretty well these days. But tell us a little bit about how you adapted from field to box lacrosse. How has your skill set translated?
Yeah, I've always been more of a box guy, and I actually think that's kind of what helped me at UNC in the college game. When you go from playing box your whole life and you're in a small area, it's kind of like going from indoor soccer to outdoor soccer.
Yes.
Now you got all this extra space, all this extra room, really big nets, really small goalies, whereas in box lacrosse it's really small nets, really big goalies.
Yeah.
So to be honest, the transition from box to field is a lot easier than the other way around, because then you're going from having all this space to now you have no space.
That makes sense.
And it's a much tougher transition that way.
Okay, so let's talk about this stat that I saw here. So you scored 26 goals and 14 assists in 6 games in college. Is that correct?
I think that was the Outlaws, my rookie year with the Outlaws.
That was your rookie year with the Outlaws.
Denver Outlaws.
That is pretty insane, right? Those numbers. What was going on? You had a lot of juice in those 6 games.
To be honest, I was never really watched professional field lacrosse, so a little bit of it was naive. To be honest, like I got in my first game, didn't really know who the defenders were I was going up against. And my first game, I had 6 goals.
You were just weren't in your head. You were just like,
yeah.
Did it just feel magical? Like every shot just felt like it was going to be a goal.
Just had a weird amount of confidence and kind of, things were going my way. And like I said, the naiveness behind like not knowing who the best defenders in the league are that you're going up against. Like I remember after my first game, came off the field and coach was like, no one's ever like taken the ball to Tucker Durkin like that. You know, no one ever just goes at him. I was like, no disrespect to Tucker. I've later found out he's arguably one of the best defenders to ever play.
But you didn't even know who Tucker is.
I didn't know because I wasn't really like
sometimes that
student
helps.
of the field game like that.
But maybe that helps. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to do with all the pedigree you're bringing from that championship DNA from the Bandits here to the Desert Dogs. What can you and Chase really muster up together to get the Desert Dogs into the playoffs?
There's one thing I've always said that all the teams I've played on that have had a lot of success, the championship teams, all had in common, and it was the close-knit culture behind the team. In Buffalo, those.
You're saying camaraderie.
Yes, exactly, and just knowing what Coach Willie's doing here, and I know he said to you, he's all about the culture first, and bringing guys in that are going to mesh well, and just being here this weekend and being around the guys, you can really see that, we have that here. And, I'm someone that can kind of help push that and get that going. I'm someone who needs to be lighter before games, cracking jokes, making sure everyone's, feeling loose, not gripping the stick too tight, and just, I've been known to be a bit of a glue guy and just, helping bring everyone together. And, I also like to have fun with my teammates and never miss an opportunity to hang out with, my teammates. And yesterday was a great opportunity. We battled all weekend, bodies were banged up, and everyone had, different flights leaving, but everyone went to, the local house here and hung out until their flight, and everyone got to know each other. And, one of the leaders on the team, Brandon Goodwin, was saying yesterday, he's like, I think this is already like the tightest it's felt.
That's good.
So, kind of knowing what those successful teams have done off the floor and just making sure I'm, helping bring that here and preaching that to the younger guys, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't gel and if you don't trust your teammates, it's not gonna, resonate to the floor.
So this is a callback to last block, but I guess what you're trying to say here, Chris, is it's not just about knowing Carlos; it's about knowing Chase.
Yes.
You need to know you can't just focus on Carlos. You gotta know the whole person.
Yep, absolutely. You gotta take both for exactly who they are, and you love them for it.
We're excited for Carlos and Chase and for Chris. Chris, thanks so much for spending some time with us, guys. Coming up, we're talking community, how you and your family can be a part of the Desert Dogs action all season long. All right, welcome back to the Desert Dogs season preview show. Mike Davis here with you. You know that here at Fox 5 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network, we're constantly trying to bridge connections with the local Las Vegas community, and we're so happy to announce a new multi-year broadcast deal with the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. All 18 Desert Dog games this season will be on air on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network and YouTube TV, plus 8 marquee matchups will air on Fox 5. And right now, I am lucky enough to be joined by the Vice President of Marketing for the Desert Dogs, Dana Mariotti. Dana, thanks so much for spending some time with us. I feel it always feels good to be around you because we're constantly on the phone and texting, so I'm happy you're here. But speaking of that fresh partnership that we just announced, how exciting is it for you guys to be working with us in conjunction with everything?
Yeah, it's been an amazing couple of years to be with Fox and you guys at Triple SEN. It's, to have our games locally aired to all the fans in Las Vegas is incredible. We're just trying to grow the game of lacrosse and show the Desert Dogs to as many residents here in Las Vegas so that they can get excited about the game and lacrosse and coming to our games.
Yeah,
so it's been exciting.
And seeing is believing, and you guys are so involved in the community. Just today there was a food drive situation. You guys are out in the schools. Tell us, how is that such a core tenet of who you guys are as a franchise?
Absolutely. We're here to grow the game of lacrosse and also support the local Las Vegas community. We donated a bunch of food to a food drive that Lexicon Bank was holding today, and that was a great event. We're also we have a great relationship with CCSD,
yeah.
Clark County School District, and CCCU, and that's our Sticks for Success program, which will go to 15 intermediate schools in the district, and we'll donate lacrosse equipment, and then we'll also teach lacrosse to the PE classes all day long. So we want to teach lacrosse, we want kids to pick up sticks and learn the game that we all love.
Tell us what it's like to just attend a Desert Dogs game. What is it like for a family to get in on the action? Because this is affordable fun that the whole family can love.
Absolutely. Our tickets start at just $29 to get in the door. We have a great tailgate that starts at 4:30 every game. You can get dollar beers out there, have food, go to our kids zone with our mascot. Our Decker is our mascot. He's great with the kids. And once you get in the door, it's just fun the whole night. We have a live DJ playing music the whole time. And of course, we have high energy, just amazing lacrosse action all game long. So if you have not been to a Desert Dog game yet, you have to go. We're local, we're here for Vegas, and it's the best time ever.
Where can we get tickets?
You can go to LasVegasDesertDogs.com, get your tickets there, and meet us on December 20th for our home opener.
That's the home opener. There's always a lot of promotional nights. We got a minute left, Dana. I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was already saying, I know you did the Gretzky jersey. I think you did a Nash something.
Right.
Steve Nash as one of the owners as well. Carlos. That is the alter ego of one of the new superstars here. We met two superstars today for the Desert Dogs, and Fraser and Cloutier. But the alter ego of Carlos, putting that on the back of a jersey, don't you think that would do well?
I think that would do well. Vegas is a town that loves a good jersey, loves the merch, so I think that would sell really well.
And it's a callback to The Hangover as well, too. And we are in Vegas, so that would work really well. Dana, thank you so much. Single game tickets available right now, so make sure you go check that out. But we appreciate you spending time with us. To Coach, to Chase, to Chris, and to Dana, thank you so much. Make sure you go to Desert Dogs, Las Vegas, DesertDogs.com for more information. For producer James, editor Jess, I'm Mike Davis, and our whole production team. We'll see you next time here on Triple SEN.